What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back. No long intro today. I've been seeing the comments. I've been seeing the tweets. I appreciate everybody who knows that this series isn't over. I'm just a busy man doing a lot of different things right now. It's hard to get these episodes out like at the beginning, but we are not done. It is still active. We here, and today's episode is the trade deadline episode. So we're going to get things cracking extremely fast. So we're on February 5th. The deadline is the 6th. I got some trades cooked up. There is a lot going on, if I'm being quite honest with y'all. One of the things I want to start off the episode with, because it is a trade deadline, I used the random event generator. And what it told me to do was go into the standings. Told me to go to a team that is not in the top 8, right? And it says go through their roster and find a player who has the personality badge expressive. So I did this, and I quickly went to try to see. I'm like, man, let me see if there's some guys. I don't want to spend too much time in the video trying to search for guys. The first person was Terry Rozier. He's expressive with the Heat. They're 4 games behind the Milwaukee Bucks, are actually 2.5 games behind the Milwaukee Bucks. And then the very next team, I went to Andrew Nembhard. He was the guy on the Pacers that has the expressive personality badge. He is a guy that has gotten a lot of love on the market whenever I'm doing, or whenever I was searching through. And he's having a cool season. It's just that it's probably tough for them to have him doing his thing coexisting next to Tyrese Halliburton, because he's more of like a guy that needs the ball as well. Or I don't want to say needs the ball, but wants the ball as well. They also have Benedict Mathurin. They're also catching up on his money because he got extended. Mathurin, I think, is next. Miles Turner's on the last year of his deal. He's probably about to get paid. So they got a lot going on. So I'm going to be looking in the trade finder just to help us out so we don't spend too much time on it. We got to look at the Miami Heat and what's out there for Terry Rozier. And then we'll look at Andrew Nembhard. So I guess the thought process behind this random event generator is you have a team that's having a hard time right now at the trade deadline, as they're not in the playoffs. They're in the play-in. And you have a player who's probably disgruntled or happy with the lack of success. And if they're not having a successful season, it's probably because he's not having the greatest type of year. Rozier is actually having a solid year, a better year than Nembhard. 19 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. 46% from the field, 31% from 3, and Tyler Hero is hurt. So he's stepped up there from a contract situation. basically 25 M's and then 26 next year. It's going to be hard trying to find a contract that can match that while you're getting back value that the Heat would want. So when I look at this, like, I'm looking at Sacramento, but they have Malik Monk already. Knicks ain't doing that. Miami Heat don't want Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent back. Buddy Hield, how is he playing for the Magic right now? One of their highlight signings of the offseason, the Magic went out and got Buddy Hield. He's not having the highest scoring year, but he is giving them exactly what they need, which is 43% from 3, so we're not going to touch that at all. Brooklyn, no. Jamal Murray, like, the trade engine in 2K is terrible. I'm very understanding of that. We're going to pass on Rozier right now. We're going to opt to go to the Pacers and really see what's going on with Nembhard on the open market, because I really do like the idea of trading Nembhard on the video game. In real life, they make it work, but during the sim, it's been a little ick. And when you look at the way for them to get better, the only route is Nembhard. You're not trading Mathurin, you're not trading Turner, and you're not trading Halliburton. Hell no, they're not doing that trade. Where is a team that Nembhard could go and get his shit together, but then the Pacers are also getting something back in return? That's the tough thing right now, is trying to find somewhere he could go, but nobody else is really throwing back anything to the Pacers. So this may be one of those random event generators that we got to let go to the wayside, because I'm just not seeing equal value right now. I can go in and try to really put something together. We give them Nembhard. What is the Pacers need? So they have a terrific point guard. This dude should be top 3 in his position at a 96 overall. I didn't even realize he was 96. Cool. They have a shooting guard in Benedict Mathurin. He's really their shooting guard. They need some wing help, it looks like. They need a wing. They need a wing badly. So Nembhard is a combo guard 1-2 type dude who is really in the need of a 1-2 that has some wings available. Do the Jazz got wings? The Jazz don't have. The Jazz got a Coro. Jazz got Brogdon. Do you bring back Brogdon? What type of year is Brogdon having? 18, 4, 3, 40, 48, 40. Brogdon is having a magnificent season. Do you bring in Brogdon? They got a lot going on over here with Keontae George, Sexton, Beal, Buffkin. Then you bring in Nembhard. So we're going to pass there. Do you go... LA, definitely not. Who is a team that is in need of a guard like my boy Nembhard? Toronto? Did Toronto got a real wing? RJ Barrett for Nembhard? Money don't match? RJ. Oh, I thought Nembhard got an extension. Why the hell is his contract so low? Did it not kick in yet? Yeah, it jumps up. Okay, so yeah, he still ain't making that type of money. Wings. Who got wings, man? Who got wings? Could he go over here to Washington and they get back Denny? Denny may be making too much money. What about Corey Kispert? Corey Kispert is a good wing that could play next to Halliburton, spacing that floor, knocking it down 42% from three. He just looks like he ain't playing with nobody that's generating anything. They got Richard Shar, Poole, Bilal, D'Angelo Russell probably not about to be in Washington. This could be a place for Nembhard. This could be a place. Corey Kispert is 25. Both are Gonzaga boys. Former teammates, I believe. Same age. This may be, they're based off their stars, they are saying that the Pacers win this. So now the Pacers will go Halliburton, McConnell. You have Ben Mathurin sliding to the 2. Corey Kispert and Nesmith are your 3s. You still got Sadiq Bey. You have Jarris Walker, Derrick Jones Jr. Are they in need of three-point shooting like that? 32. He ain't playing. Mathurin, 37. 40. Sadiq, 37. They're not necessarily in need. They just need wings. Shit. And they need guard play. You know what? I'm not going to overthink. I'm going to do it. I'm going to just listen to the event generator. That's our first trade. Is Andrew Nembhard is now a Washington Wizard. Don't ask me why. We're just going off the event generator. It's so tough to be quote unquote realistic right now because we're in our own complete different world. This has nothing to do with what real life look like. D'Angelo Russell is on the Wizards, for goodness sake. Now we could just get into the trades. I got trades already drawn up because I didn't want to waste too much time circling around trades. I know how people feel. Last trade deadline was extremely busting. We had a lot going on. This trade deadline is gonna be some juicy stuff going on, but it ain't gonna be shit like last year. Summer last year I was forcing shit. D'Angelo Russell, the hottest name on the trade deadline market, and Landry Shamet. They are going to pack their bags and they are going to go to this playoff team that's looking to bolster up their team. And you got Santi Aldama. You have, where is he at? Santi and Luke Kennard on 2 expiring deals. And they're also going to give up a 2025 lottery protected first round pick because they look like they're a playoff team. And this is going to be that trade. What else do we have to add? For this trade, the Grizzlies would acquire $6 more million. The Grizzlies requiring $6 more million. D'Angelo Russell, 18. Oh, let's not put Landry Shamet in there. Maybe that's where I messed up at. Instead of Landry Shamet, let's do Pat Baldwin. Pat Baldwin. Main thing here is D'Angelo Russell on the last year of his deal. Playing extremely good basketball, is going to go over here to Memphis, and he's going to give them a scoring spark. They got Ja, they got Marcus Smart defensively, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson, and then they have Alex Sarr. Nice solid bench, but I think D'Angelo Russell gives them something different. They can start D'Angelo Russell next to Ja. They can bring him off the bench as a 6-man, but they're going to take that risk as a rental and just try to get a head up. They're just trying to get more talent, and the only price is a lottery pick, protected first-round pick that they're not really thrilled over because they have a lot of bodies. They got G.G. Jackson in rotation now, Vince Williams Jr. Who else do they have? They still got Brandon Clark. They still got Steven Adams. They got a lot of bodies out here. A lot of guys fighting for minutes out here in Memphis. They still got Rose and Dunn. It's a lot going on, so they're going to give up these two on expiring deals, and that's the allure for the Wizards. You get 2 expiring deals back. You get a first-round pick. A part of me is like, do I even give them Santi Aldama, or do I give them, what is Santi? Santi is a 76. Zaire Williams is a 75. I'll let them keep him. Okay. And that's the second deal. So D'Angelo Russell, welcome to Memphis. Another trade that we have is one that I kind of like. It's a sweet trade. It's a sweet trade. Guys are going back to where they started. So a lot of the things that I was looking at when I was making some of these trades to make it as realistic, and when I say realistic now that we're in the second season of this series, the realism is nothing to do with real life, right? Because like I said, in 2K, once you sim, everything goes into chaos, and it's you can't really mirror real life. So I went around and I was looking at teams and where they can improve, and just trying to match things to make it make sense. That's the realism. Is every deal and every trade we're doing is trying to make sense and fit something. The Grizzlies just made that trade because they're in the middle of a playoff race. They're comfortably in the playoffs, but they're trying to go on a run. The Bucks are having another really good year. It started off shaky, but Brook Lopez is not having a really good year. 7 points per game, 3 rebounds, 31% from the field as a center, $23 million deal. Last year, 36 years old. They're at the time where they need to really get some more talent on this team. So they're going to put Brook Lopez out there, and they're going to get back a guy that they went out and drafted. He's also on the last year of his deal, and that is Malcolm Brogdon. The Bucks are also going to give 2 first-round picks to make this happen. And again, the Jazz are just going to have another expiring deal. They get 2 more second-round picks. I wish it was some young talent. Now that I'm looking, is there a young, talented player that I could give to the Jazz? Like Andre Jackson? Yeah, I'm going to give them Andre Jackson as well. And is there somebody who is just taking up space on this team right now? Do I give them Dario too? Dario and Brogdon? There got to be somebody with better talent, a little bit more talented. I would give him Beauchamp, but Beauchamp has played a pivotal part of this Bucks team. Or do I give him Beauchamp? They got so many guards over there that I ain't giving them Beauchamp. I'll give them who I said I was going to give them, which is Andre Jackson, who ain't played. So we'll just give them Andre Jackson. They'll get Dario Saric as well. Is he killing or spazzing? 10-8. I don't want to make this too crazy for the Bucks. Yeah, they're going to need it because, yeah. Bobby Portis is not a starting center. So, yeah, we'll do this. And what I'm end up doing, and you'll see me do this another time, I'm going to release Brook Lopez. The Jazz are going to, quote-unquote, buy him out because they have Walker Kessler, who's their best player right now. And, yeah, they're going to buy him out. They're going to take their 2 second-round picks and Andre Jackson. Brook Lopez will hit the open market and free agency. And we're going to make this deal happen. So now your backcourt is Damian Lillard, Malcolm Brogdon, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Bobby Portis. Off the bench, you have Beauchamp, Dario Saric, Pat Bev, Batum, DeLon Wright, Gary Harris. The Bucks are looking real nice and splendid over there. The next trade we have, it's involving the Sacramento Kings, who is having one of the toughest seasons. The injuries, the sim, it just not has treated them well. So now this is going to be their spark to hopefully change their season around. Long overdue. They're getting rid of Harrison Barnes. They're bringing in Gary Trent. This signing did not go as well as they thought. It actually has gone horrible. And then they're also going to throw in Trey Lyles here with a 2025 top 10 protected pick and a second round pick in the year 2027. They're sending all of that, y'all, to the team that just continues to just wait for somebody to pop off. Shaden Sharp, he's having a cool year. Still waiting on him to pop off. Scoot Henderson, solid year, but still waiting on him to pop off. They're finally parting ways. I was going to make it Jeremy Grant, but we're going DeAndre Hunter is going to the Kings. And so is Robert Williams and Corey Joseph. The reason we're doing this is because Robert Williams is cool. He's constantly hurting these Sims, y'all, just like real life. He's cool, though. He ain't doing nothing spectacular. And then they also drafted a guy in the draft. I don't know if y'all remember, from Baylor, Yves Missy. They got him on the trading block because he's a young guy who's not playing. I'd rather move on from Robert Williams and let this dude develop in the background of DeAndre Ayton for $2 million or for a 2-year deal that costs basically nothing, $6 million. And yeah, the Blazers get another first-round pick. They need some help over there. It's really about opening up minutes for those young guys to really play. DeAndre Hunter is playing the same position as Modest Busalis. He's playing the same position as Yves Missy. He's in the way of the guards. And then all of these dudes, y'all just go. Besides Harrison Barnes, he'll be a good vet over there. So there you go. The Kings, hopefully that trade can help them turn around their season because they got a lot going on over there that is causing them to really struggle. This next trade is a big one. It's a 3-team trade. Not too many players involved, but it is a big time trade that I think can help a lot of different teams that got some stuff going on. So the first thing is Caruso. Caruso is back on the market. He's been having a very, very, very tough year, y'all. He has a good reputation for what he does defensively. This dude is shooting 35% from the field, 27% from 3, and he's giving them 4 points a game. So he's going out because they got too many bodies out here in New Orleans. And then Detroit. Detroit is trying to make a playoff push with Cade Cunningham and them boys, and they trying to bolster up their roster. So they going to give the Pelicans Kelly Olynyk, because Zion needs somebody that can play in that front court and space the floor with him. And then they're going to add our guy Malcolm, because we boosted him up from that random event generator. They're getting rid of Tobias Harris. He's not had the year that they thought they was getting from him when they signed him, and they giving up 2 second-round picks. And then the third team making another move is the Portland Trail Blazers, and they're sending Jeremy Grant back to Detroit. This goes to Portland. And then the Pelicans are going to swoop in and get one more guy, which is a veteran, Marcus Morris. So again, in all of this, the reason a lot of this is happening is because he ain't on shit. So they're going out and getting a floor space and front court player and another veteran wing. And then the Blazers are getting the picks, Tobias, and my boy Malcolm, because they're giving up Jeremy Grant. But in reality, they're not getting no first round pick or nothing. They don't really want the contract of Jeremy Grant no more. That's why they got rid of DeAndre Hunter. They're about to let all the young guys free, let them play. Tobias Harris is only on a 2-year deal versus this 4-year deal. There was really no wiggle room for the Pistons to really make any other big splashes or get any big free agents. They're not, you know what I mean? So because that young core with the Pistons is so good, you got Cade, you got Ivy, you got Herter to space the floor, you got Asar, and you got Duran. So now you're adding Caruso, a defensive player, the defensive-minded player in there, and then you're adding Jeremy Grant. So you're getting some consistency. And the Pelicans, you're getting a floor space and big for basically Caruso, who ain't doing shit for you. You know what I mean? Whatever. You got Dorian Finney-Smith still, but Caruso just had to go on that last year of his deal. And a couple more trades that we got. It's getting better and better and better. This was the one that just popped up before I started recording, because I'm like, damn, this team going for it. Cavaliers going for the championship, y'all. They want that ring. They're the top team out east. They could smell that chance, so they're going to go for it. And this is a very interesting trade. So they're giving up Karis LeVert, Donovan Clingan, They're going to give up Dean Wade, who is not in the rotation currently, and they're going to give up 3 second-round picks, 2 in 2025, and then they're going to give up 1 more in 2026 to who, you ask? The Chicago Bulls, and they're going to acquire DeMar DeRozan and Jonas Valanciunas. DeMar DeRozan is not having his greatest year, but as far as shooting the basketball, 50, 40, 84, 40% from 3, a career high. I don't know what this career arc is where he's turning his career around at 35 years old, but the Cavaliers are looking at him as a guy who obviously can get buckets, can score, but him being able to shoot 40% from 3 is going to be extremely key and vital playing next to Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. Then you also have Jonas Valanciunas coming to back up Jarrett Allen because Donovan Clingan is now going to the Bulls. He'll be the center of their future. Donovan Clingan is only playing, 16 minutes per game. This is a dude that should at least be playing 25 minutes a game. He'll be able to have the opportunity in Chicago. Chicago is also acquiring 1 expiring contract, 3 second-round picks. They have multiple first-round picks already, and they'll have $40-something million off the books with Ben Simmons' contract. So the Chicago is now going into full rebuild mode. They traded Zach LaVine last deadline. Now they're trading DeMar. Kobe White has the keys. You'll have Clingan, and you'll have a couple opportunities in this draft to try to land your next star. You drafted Ron Holland last year. You still have Patrick Williams, full-blown rebuild, and then you have these 2 guys that are coming over really trying to give you that push. So Cleveland, they're going to have Garland, Mitchell, DeRozan, Mobley, Allen as the 5. Off the bench, you have Max Strus, Gordon Hayward, Kyle Anderson, and now Valanciunas. They are setting themselves up for real position to try to go out and win a championship if we just going off of paper. Down to the last couple of trades that we have, another team that is in another situation where they was hoping to have a season kind of like Detroit where they made a playoff push. Unfortunately, it's not going in their favor. So they have these 2 veteran guys who obviously you can get something in return from a playoff team who was looking to make some noise. So the Hornets are trading Bruce Brown and Spencer Dinwiddie to the Los Angeles Clippers in return for expiring contract of Trey Mann and an expiring contract of PJ Tucker. And then they're also going to get 2 second-round picks. And I'll probably have them buy out PJ Tucker. Boom. And then our second to last, another huge one. Unfortunate, man. This is my boy, but he just can't find it home. Zach LaVine, 2 trade deadlines in a row, he's getting moved. He's having a solid year, but it's just like for him to be on a team like the Nets by himself, I'm looking at these numbers like they're good numbers. Don't get me wrong. 53% from the field is really good for Zach. Nearly 40% from 3. He's probably shooting. How many shooting a game per game? Probably like 5.5 to 6. Will they show me what he's shooting per game? They not. So it's all good, but solid year. Just not explosive to where Brooklyn needs to make him the guy. Cam Thomas is officially the guy, y'all. Cam Thomas is officially the guy. Look at this, though. 20 points per game, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 52% from the field, 44% from 3, almost 89%. He's almost having a real 50, 40, 90 in 26 minutes a game. He's playing 26 minutes a game because Zach LaVine is playing 33. So get him out of the way. Finally give this team to Cam Thomas and let him cook. The team that is going to be acquiring Zach LaVine is an interesting team in themselves. It's the San Antonio Spurs, who now have Nikola Topic. They have Devin Vassell, Victor Wembanyama, and now they're going to be going out and adding Zach LaVine. You get an expiring contract of Chris Paul for $30 million. He'll be bought out by the Brooklyn Nets, and he'll be in free agency as well. So the buyout market is going to be real. We're going to have some real good veteran candidates for the buyout market. They're also going to send over Moses Moody because Zach is having a really good year and ain't just on shit, and because they have so much draft capital. They are going to send the first round pick of us, the Hawks, because we're a really good team.
And then they're going to give them 2 second-round picks, which will be in 2025. Both of those. And that's a trade. Zach LaVine is now a San Antonio Spur. The Brooklyn Nets are giving the keys to Cam Thomas. And the last trade is not as big as this one. It's a very small trade, but Russell Westbrook is leaving the Raptors because they're not going to the playoffs. And he's a vet on a 1-year deal. He's now going to Milwaukee, who just made a deal for Brogdon. And he's getting traded for Connaughton. Pat Connaughton and a 2029 second-round pick. Or no, is that the first? No, we ain't doing that. We'll just do straight up. I thought they had the second-round pick, y'all. I'm not giving a first for Russ. Yeah, 1-year deal exchanges. F it. They get a little bit more help out there in Milwaukee. And that's the trade deadline. But we got one more trade to make. I read y'all comments. I was happy to see where y'all heads was at. Y'all know we got to get involved. Chicago, since y'all selling, we want to buy. Lonzo Ball, $21 million. We got, who did I have? The expiring deal of Dennis Schroeder. And is it Quentin Grimes? How do we get Lonzo? That's what I want to know. Trade Finder. I forgot what they were saying. We want Lonzo Ball. How is this deal looking? That was about 2 or 3 episodes ago. We ain't giving up a Conwoo. We ain't giving up Trey. They want AJ Griffin and Dennis Schroeder. We don't want Dalen Terry, though. I'll tell you that right now. We don't want Dalen Terry. Is that the reason? Is the reason because it was too many players? Yeah, it's 20. Okay. We don't want Dalen Terry, but give us somebody who is on a low contract. We'll take Javon. The Hawks would acquire. Oh, Javon make too much money. Uh-oh. Who make low money? Dalen Terry does. I guess we'll take Dalen Terry. What about? Yeah, we'll take Dalen Terry, I guess. So, and do we have, what our picks look like? They get him a 2029 second round pick. You ain't getting no first round pick. Lonzo on the last year of his deal. He might have a player option. I hope. I'm hoping he had a player option. No. Last year of his deal. We giving y'all Schroeder and Grimes. Boom. We got our guy. We got him. Lonzo Ball, baby. Welcome to Atlanta. Let's go. This is what I've been waiting for all episode. It feels good to be able to do the other trades for the other teams. We got Zoe. We ready. We locked and loaded. So now we're going to be looking at a team that is going to have Trae Young at the 1, Thibault at the 2, Markkanen at the 3, Jalen Johnson at the 4, Capella at the 5. And off the bench, we're going to have Zoe Okongwu, AJ Griffin, Dalton Connect, and Ryan Dunn. I also have to remember Utah Jazz. They're going to buy out Brook Lopez. Who got Chris Paul? The Nets buying out Chris Paul. And what was there any other trade where I'm like, they should buy this dude out? I'm ecstatic, y'all. I'm PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker on the Hornets. PJ Tucker on the Hornets. I think that's it. PJ Tucker on the Hornets is getting bought out. Yep, PJ Tucker on the Hornets. I'm excited, y'all. I think Lonzo Ball can really come in and change the dynamic of this team, especially when we talk about playoff basketball. Oops, I didn't want to edit. Playoff basketball, having a different looks, having that size defensively. He's like a 3-and-D playmaker. What is the title for Lonzo? Lonzo is a two-way 3-point playmaker. Perfect. He could play on the ball and make plays. He could play off the ball next to Trae Young. He could play in the backcourt next to Trae Young and guard other opposing point guards. He can keep us serviceable and keep our offense flowing when Trae Young goes to the bench. I think he's going to be a phenomenal pickup. And I also think a part of me would still like to maybe go get RJ Hunter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got 15 guys, which means we would have to drop somebody in order to get RJ Hampton. The question is, do I drop a Bruno Fernando? Do I drop a Dalen Terry? I like Bruno Fernando. Then we might have to drop Bruno. Might have to drop Bruno and just pray. Yeah. Could I even sign? I got to make sure I can sign. Let's make sure we would even be able to sign RJ Hampton. Oh, they're not going to let me look. What is his? I wish I knew what he was asking for. So the free agency pool right now, you're going to have Chris Paul. I just want to see what Chris Paul would cost. Who's a team that doesn't have 15 players? So let me just look. I don't think the Jazz would. I got to let them clear waivers. There's no way, because they're going to ask for their salary, right? Yeah, I got to let them clear waivers. And then we'll see. Before we wrap up, I wanted to show y'all the standings again real quickly. I think the last time when the episode first started, I showed y'all just the Eastern Conference. Here's the Western Conference as well. OKC at 1, Dallas 2. You see the rest of it kind of similar to real life with the Lakers and Suns down here. Trying to show y'all a little bit of the rosters. The reason I'm doing this is because I want y'all to maybe potentially comment where y'all would like to see a Brook Lopez or a Chris Paul. You know what I mean? Just kind of off the top of y'all head. You know what I mean? I see they got Kevon Looney still. Do we send Brook Lopez over to the Warriors on a vet minimum? Do we send Chris Paul on a vet minimum to the Clippers? I know they got Spencer Dinwiddie, but damn it, you can send them back here because they've always needed some veteran guard play. Does he go to Phoenix? Woo! Does he go to Phoenix and give them a real point guard? Go back to Phoenix? Does Chris Paul go to the Pelicans? I mean, I don't know. Does he go join up with LeBron and AD? Y'all let me know in the comments some of these different teams that y'all think those two as the big buyout guys would fit. As always, I appreciate y'all. I know this is a lot going on in one episode of Trade Deadline. I love these Trade Deadline edition episodes where we can just focus in on the trade deadline and some player movement and try to find ways for our team to get better. The next episode will be us actually making that playoff push and then ultimately going from a team that's making the playoffs because last year was tough and then going on a playoff run. So like I said, man, hoping Lonzo is able to come in, stay healthy, adjust to the team, find a role. And I'm hoping we can put ourselves in a position to really try to compete for a championship. We right there. We in the top echelon of the Eastern Conference. We definitely got to lock in because the Boston Celtics, they're starting to put it together. 5 straight wins. We've lost 2 in a row. Everybody in the top 8 is really, or the top 9 is winning. Everybody 1-5, 1-1, 1-3, 1-5, 1-2, 1-3. We the only ones that got lost in our current streak. So we got to get our shit together and try to put together a run where we can aim at the Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay locked in. Like I said, the series ain't over. I don't care how long these episodes are in between times. Just know I'm busy and I'm doing other work. But I will announce when the series is over, unlike past series I've done. So as always, I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next episode. This is Pee Wee the Gamer. I am Pee Wee the Plug. I'm out. Peace.